Brenda Quintana coming to you from the Beehive. Today I'm going to show you how to make an Easter basket using the Circles collection framelits. This basket would make a cute gift, favor, or table decoration. Let me show you how to make it. So to start off with, you're going to need the Big Shot and you're going to need your Circles framelits. And we're going to be using the largest circle, which is also a scallop circle. And I'm going to put it on this piece of cardstock. I've cut it to about 5 by 5 inches, just as long as it fits. And I've also got a piece of plain computer paper here, which I'm also going to cut a large scallop circle out of. I need that piece of paper as a little template. And so I'm going to cut both of them at the same time. And then I'm also going to be cutting the third smallest circle. And I've got a little piece of cardstock for that. And I've already got my one cutting plate on my platform. And now I just need my second cutting plate. That's going to go right over top. And I'm going to run this through. Okay. So let me take this off for a second. And so I've got my big scallop circle, and I've got my template piece, and I've got my little circle. Let me put this over here. And then what we're going to do is I need to find the halfway point of the circle. So I'm just going to fold it in half, and I want to make sure my halfway point lands on one of the indents of the scallop. So you want to make sure it's folded in half, like this, okay, and it ends right on one of these little indents right here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to line it up on our piece that we're actually going to use for the basket. We're going to take a pencil and we're going to make a mark right on one of these indents. And then on the indent on the opposite side. I want to find the halfway mark. Then what we're going to do is we're going to count over 10 scallops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. After the 10th one, we're going to make another mark. And then to find the scallop or the midway point from this one, I'm just going to take my half circle here, my template. I'm going to find my pencil mark, line it up, line this up on my, make sure it's all lined up on this side here. I'm going to make another pencil mark over here. Okay, so now I found the halfway point for both of those. So now we're going to need our scoring tool. And this scoring tool, I have actually taken the score mark that's right in the middle here and I've darkened it with a Sharpie. I use this for lining my things up when I'm freehand scoring like I'm going to do now. So I'm going to find one of my pencil marks and I'm going to put it up here at the top, and then I'm going to find the one that is opposite on the other side, and then I'm going to score. And then I'm going to do the same for the other score mark. Going to line it, or the other pencil mark, going to line that first pencil mark up along my darkened score line. And my other one right across from it is going to be lined up, and I'm going to score right down to the other side on that one. And then you can put your scoring tool away, and then you can erase the marks. Your pencil marks. This is the best time to erase them because everything is kind of flat. Okay, and then we need to glue this circle in the center of the basket piece. So go ahead, get that. It's easier to see right now too. You want to get it as close to center as possible. If you're a bit off, it's not going to make a big difference. But I just kind of look at it like this. That looks about right. look at it like this, and that looks about right. Okay, perfect. So now I'm going to cut along my score lines just until I hit that center circle, okay? And just stop when you get to that circle. So just kind of go in, and we're going to do all of these sides. So we've got four places to cut. And now we're going to emboss this. So bring your Big Shot back in. You're going to need your platform again. And I've already got one of my cutting plates down on here. And we are going to use the zigzag embossing folder. And I'm going to just pop this in here. And I don't want you to worry that this is hanging over the side of the embossing folder. It will hang over a little bit on either side. I just kind of try and get it a little bit centered. And then I just close it up. And I don't worry about this not being embossed. I don't really think you're going to notice it at all. So I've already got, I was thinking I was doing framelits. So I need to actually open this up to do an embossing folder. I like to have mine all the way open because I've got 2 layers of cardstock here. So I'm going to open mine all the way, and then I'm going to put my cutting plate on. Then I'm going to put my embossing folder down. I'm going to put my other cutting plate down, and then we're just going to run this through. Okay. So I've got my thing already embossed, and I've got, I'm going to want, there are 4 of these little pieces right here, and I'm going to want one of the shorter sides. This one has the 10 lumps on it, and these 2 are a little larger. So I'm going to want one of the shorter sides towards me. I'm just going to kind of just bend it up a little bit along the little circle, and then I'm going to put adhesive just on the edge of this one, maybe about, I'd say 3 bumps in, and then just make sure you have some right here all along the side and near the top, because that you will want to make sure that actually sticks down. And I'm going to do that for the other side too. And I've put quite a bit of glue. You could go with a little less. So then I'm going to bring over this side, and I'm going to bring it over to the midpoint. So if you want to count on the inside, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're going to line your end scallop up right underneath this 5th scallop over. You'll do the same for the other side. Bring it in and line it up with the 5th scallop. And you're just going to kind of hold that down for just a second. Make sure that the paper is bonding together. And then let's turn this over to the other side. And again, I'm going to kind of fold the smallest side just up, just kind of around the circle a little bit. And I'm going to hold it up while I put some adhesive on these sides that I'm going to bring in. Okay, I think you can see that. And then I'm going to bring it over 5 bumps again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to line this up. You can kind of bring this in. 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. And then do the same for the other side, like that. Okay. And if some of that glue oozes out, you can take a tissue and just kind of wipe it away. Sometimes you may have some on the inside too. So just hold that for a few seconds while you get that bonding going. And then I like to take this and I like to put my circle down here on a flat surface. And then I'm just going to kind of push on this circle and bring my little sides kind of around the circle just to kind of help flatten it. Okay, so I'm just kind of pushing down on that circle and kind of bending my sides up a little bit, and that's going to help flatten out this bottom like so. All right, so now I've got my little sides like this, and I'm going to take my piercing tool and I'm going to kind of underneath this V right here, I'm just going to go ahead and make a pierce mark. And I'm going to the other side, and about, I'll probably say about 1/2 inch down from this little indent right here, you're just going to make a little pierce. And then you're going to take some matching ribbon, and I've got the cardstock I was using was Hello Honey, and I've got some stitch satin here, and I'm going to cut an 8-inch length of the stitch satin, and I'm going to fold over my stitch satin about 1/2 inch. You can kind of see how I've done that. It's just like 1/2 inch over. And then I'm going to take my piercing tool and I'm going to pierce kind of right through that. I don't know if you can see that. The reason I'm folding this over is so that you won't see the ends if they fray, and so it has a nice little finished edge, and it also gives a little strength to the ribbon. Then I'm going to take, these are Candy Dot brad bases. I'm going to take one of these and I'm going to pop it through my little hole like that, and then I'm going to stick it in one of the holes that I made on the side. And you're going to want to make sure when you open these brad legs that you want them to go side to side rather than up and down. If you put them side to side, we can hide them a little bit more easily later on. So then just bring this over, and again you're going to fold it over about 1/2 inch. You're going to pierce it right in the center like that. Take another one of your brad bases and poke it through the hole, and then bring it to the other side and pop it through, and then just make sure when you open your legs they're opening side to side and not up and down like that. And while I have nothing in this basket, it's easier to add a little rhinestone jewel. Now you could also add candy dot. We don't have candy dots that match the in colors exactly, but if you're making this with different ribbon, different cardstock, you can get the matching candy dots. But what looks nice also is if you take a rhinestone jewel, and here I'm using the largest one, and you just pop that into the space, and that gives it just a little bit of shine. And do the same for the other side. I'm using my piercing tool to pick up the rhinestone brad because it's easier to transport. And then you just pop that in. And finally, I've got a tea lace doily. You can barely see it on the camera there. And I'm just going to take this and I'm going to put it inside my basket as a little liner. Okay. Just kind of stick this down. Like so. And then you can take some jelly beans, and I'm going to take a spoon. We can pop some in here. Try and get some different colors. So, oop, that jelly bean will have to be eaten by me in a moment. Oh, and that one too. Yay. All right. So I'll scoot those aside. And there you go. You have a really cute Easter basket, and you can fill it with jelly beans, chocolate, full covered chocolate eggs, or whatever you like for your little Easter treat. All the supplies you'll need to make this Easter basket are available for purchase on my blog. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Bye for now.